Hello, this will be a quick little video just going over the couple of things that I did um, for this week, or I guess today. So I will just show it real quick and then kind of jump into the code more. But yeah, so still, I'm not sure why, but my enemies are still completely broken in my thing. I don't know. First, I will show the shotgun. So how it works now is the damage, sorry, not the damage, the bullet count will increase um, the longer like the wait in between your like you shooting. So let's say I start to I spam it. As you see, it only shoots 2 to 3 bullets, but if I wait longer, it now shoots more. As you see, it could benefit people who like to spam the shotgun, which I know that's what people like to use before I changed it. So, but also if you want to, if you wait around and you store it up for a big shot like that, it could end up being better. Long run, I don't know. Or the middle ground, because there's 3 different tiers, but I'll show in the code. But yeah, and then yeah, enemies are broken. Cool. And then I also did some stuff with the grenade. So as you see here, demonstrated so beautifully. There's the damage range and the is range right word? Damage area and the knockback area around it. Obviously, this could be changed. I wasn't really sure how big to actually make it. Definitely considering that I can't test knockback because the enemies are broken. So yeah, there's that. I could make it a little bit more translucent, maybe, but it's fine for now. So now when you shoot it, it fades out, and it flashes, and then it explodes. So that's like the final color. I made it to where it's like a darker color before it explodes. As you see, that's normal. That's the darker color. Um, but yeah, that's the grenade. I know there's more stuff I was supposed to do for this, but I need sounds and I need. Let's see what I actually do need. I can't really check and make sure that the enemies have knockback, so let's do this. And then I made it to where it fades away and made it reappear as it explodes. I didn't do the outline, but or for the blast radius. Yeah, I haven't done the outline, but I'm not really sure that's what it means or not. But and then for the shotgun, there is no reload sound effect. So once that's actually made, if it is made, I'll actually add that in. But as of right now, there is nothing. I don't think so. And instead of making it to where the shotgun can shoot before it's fully recharged, I just made it to where the charge rate's lower, but it keeps track of when you shot it last. So, so yeah. So there's all those things. I did all that stuff. I did not add this either, but yeah. So I'll just jump into the code real quick. Yeah. Don't need this anymore. Don't need that. Okay. So here's a shotgun. These are the 3 new variables added. This basically keeps track of like the random bullet count, which I'll show that. This is the final bullet count, and then obviously that's the time that keeps track of when the ability was last used, or last shot, I guess. And then it has this right here, which will determine what the random count will be. So the way I wanted to do this might have been a little odd, maybe. But I wanted to make the final bullet count still use the actual bullet count that the player, or that's like the set default, which is, I think it's 8, or it is 8. I don't think it is. It's 8 right now. So what this does is it makes the final bullet count 8 minus 5 or 6, which would be 2 or 3. And then the spread angle, I changed them because them being all 18 made like made it when they could be shot 2 or 3 bullets, it really looked bad, I thought. So I decided to do that. Obviously these numbers can be changed. How this works is, I guess, for example, you use the ability and then the cooldown starts. I think right now it's 0.3 seconds for the cooldown, which I can show. 0.3 seconds. And then 0.3 more seconds to be able to shoot 2 to 3 bullets. So it keeps track of that time too. So it takes into account of this. So if this was 0.3 as well, then you would never be able to shoot 2 or 3 bullets. So it's 0.6. That's a little more, and then there's just anything after that. We'll shoot 7 or 8 bullets. Obviously, these numbers can be changed and increased and decreased, but this is how I have it right now, just to start. And then the damage is still using the bullet count, as you saw, just because I don't want everything to be doing like the same quote-unquote total amount of damage. I think it's great, or it's better to be able to spread the damage out. So if you spam it really fast, it only does 3 damage, or 2. But if you wait and shoot more, it's going to do more damage, which that will definitely benefit the player a lot more. The grenade is becoming something very, very nasty, one might say. But the main thing I worked on is I got the knockback area transform. So like if the enemies are in the area but not like in the explode, they'd be able to register the knockback separately. I'll just keep going down. Get that later. I'm gonna do yeah, here it is. So it's pretty similar to how the explode area is for the knockback. This definitely could be different probably, but that's just what I put for now. I will definitely look into that more, but because how it for now is it says it has a 0 that pops up when it hits the enemy, which is not good. I'll look more into that, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty similar to how the explode area works. And lastly, fade and explode. I think it was like before it was like flicker and explode, but now it's fade and explode. Oh, I didn't change this stuff. It's okay. So basically what it does is for the first half, the actual color fades away. And then during the second half, it changes to this color right here, which is like a darker greenish because the actual sprite itself is green, so it just kind of makes it more of a darker tint with the more red. That's all it really does, and then it explodes. So this is gonna bother me, so I kind of want to change this now. Let's just do clean. Definitely was a bad way to do that, but it's fine. And yeah, I think that's everything. I'll just show it again real quick. Shotgun, shoot fast, shoots low, kind of in the middle, shoots 5 to 6. If you wait really long, it'll shoot 7 to 8. Obviously those numbers can be changed, but that's just how it is right now. And then grenade, shoot it out, changes colors, fades out, new range, oops. Boom. I don't know if you noticed that 0 too, but yeah. So this is like a really high level grenade. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so yeah. So that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching.